All right, mathematicians, let's think about this list of 6 decimals and how we would put them in order. So remember, when we compare numbers, we always start by looking at the biggest place value. The same rules apply when we're doing decimal numbers. So when we think about how place values work, place values get bigger as you move to the left. So our biggest place value in each of these numbers that you had to compare is the ones place. So let's start by looking at the ones place, and we can start to sort our numbers. So this first number is 4 and 4 hundredths. All right, so let's look at the next one, 4 and 1 hundredth. They have the same number of ones, so that doesn't help me all that much. Let's look at the next one. Oh, 1 and 4 hundredths. This only has one whole. These two have 4 wholes, so I know this one's going to be smaller. So I'm moving that one down here. How about the next one? 1 and 41 hundredths. That one's smaller than my ones that start with 4, so I'm going to move that one down as well. So let me get those rearranged. We'll be thinking about those. All right, let's look at those last two and see where they might fit in our list. 0 and 41 hundredths. That doesn't even have a hole, so that's definitely going to be smaller. And 0 and 4 tenths. All right, so I need to move those down there now. Look at that. So I'm kind of starting to get my numbers sorted out. So I'm going to move this one over, get it out of the way. This one can move over. So when I look at my whole number spaces or place values, I have them, at least the whole number place value, the ones place is in order. And that rule didn't change just because we started looking at decimals. When you look at a number that has 0 in the ones place or 1 in the ones place, that rule didn't change. You know that 1 is larger than 0. Same with the 4. We know that if a number has 4 wholes, it's definitely bigger than something with 1 or with 0 in the ones place. So now we need to look at the next place value. So now we're going to take a look at the tenths. When I look at these two numbers, I need to compare the tenths. Well, this number, 0 and 41 hundredths, has 4 in the tenths place. And this number, 0 and 4 tenths, has 4 in the tenths place. So I can't tell because right now they're the same. Oh, but look at this one. This one has a 1 in the hundredths place. So it has 1 hundredth more than 4 tenths. Remember, 4 tenths can also be read as 40 hundredths because it's okay to put a 0 in the hundredths place. Well, now those are pretty easy to compare. I have 40 hundredths and 41 hundredths. So I'm going to take that 0 back off. Oops. And I'm going to rearrange these because 4 tenths is definitely less than 4 tenths and 1 more hundredth. So now I have my first two numbers in order. 0 and 4 tenths is smaller than 0 and 4 tenths and 1 hundredth, or 41 hundredths. All right, let's compare my numbers that have a 1 in the ones place. I'm going to look at my tenths place. I have 0 tenths in this number, so 1 and 0 tenths and 4 hundredths. But in this number, I have 1 and 4 tenths. Oh, wait, this one doesn't even have any tenths. So 1 and 41 hundredths has 4 tenths in it, so it's definitely bigger. I'm confident that my numbers that start with a 1 in the ones place are now in order. So remember, I know that 0 is smaller than 1, so these two numbers definitely go smaller than the two numbers that start with 1 and the two numbers that start with 4. So once I compared my whole number place values, now I need to start comparing my decimal place values. And 0 tenths is definitely smaller than 4 tenths. All right, last ones. Think about those before I go on and explain them. Did you see what's different? So our ones place is the same, but when I look at the tenths, this one has 0 tenths and this one has 1 tenth. Well, I know that 1 tenth is more than 0 tenths. I don't even need to consider these hundredths out there because I already was able to compare them based on the tenths place. So 4 and 4 hundredths is smaller than 4 and 1 tenth. And remember that 1 tenth could also be written as 10 hundredths. So really, I can compare the 4 hundredths and the 10 hundredths, and I know 10 hundredths is bigger. All right, friends. So this is the correct order for the decimals that are in question number 3. 0 and 4 tenths, 0 and 41 hundredths, 1 and 4 hundredths, 1 and 41 hundredths, 4 and 4 hundredths, 4 and 1 tenth. All right, time to go try that question again and see how you do. Remember, you can always watch this video again if you feel like you need to think about this some more. Good luck.